Snowy day again out here. It's about 8 inches of snow. If you look at my steps, you see where the steps are just about covered. I haven't been up here since before Christmas. It's the middle of January now, with Christmas season, getting together with family, New Year's parties. I just didn't get back up here to do some work. But today, I am going to start on a couple different projects. First one will be, isn't the woods pretty this time of the year? It is pretty. That's one of the reasons why I love it up here. But the first thing I'm going to try to do this morning is I'm planning on being up here 3 or 4 days. It takes some time to burn brush piles. You want to make sure they're out because I certainly don't want the fire to get away from me. I don't think it will with this much snow in the ground. But what am I going to try to burn down some? I don't think I'll get them all burnt down to zero. But it'd be nice to get them down where I can handle them a little bit. Is these tree stumps. I can't move these stumps. They're way too big. It's hard to know how to get a good feel for the size. But I'll walk you over to it and you'll see the size of them. Now, as you see in reference to me, these are pretty good sized stumps. Getting the fire going was no big problem with a little bit of paper and some small sticks and some oil. I got it going pretty good. As any fire, once you get it going, the next thing is to keep it going. So I was constantly grabbing wood and throwing it in there. It probably would have been better if I would have gathered a lot during the summertime and put it up there where you could actually see the wood and find it, but I didn't. I guess you can contribute not having enough wood there to poor planning. I probably could have planned this out better, as I knew I wanted to do this burning when there was snow in the ground. I should have planned better. Okay, I took a little bit of a break. I worked up a good sweat. In this kind of weather, you don't want to sweat too much, get soaked. I'm already so clean through. I came up a little bit. I did a little bit of chainsawing to get some bigger pieces in here. It looks like it's starting good. I can start adding the bigger ones now. Then that way the fire will keep on going. As this burns out, this may want to fall this way. I'm not sure, but I'm going to be well aware of that. Good thing about this is I'm getting this area cleared out. The only bad thing is I wanted to burn with snow. You can't see all the branches that are down with the snow, but I'll get a large percentage of them. I'm sure this won't all get burned up. I'll probably have to start another fire. So I'll have some I can see maybe later on. Now, I spent a lot of time gathering wood to put in the fire. This would have been so much easier if done in the summertime. I also had to cut some of these logs. They weren't always easy to find. They were covered with snow and they're wet, they're frozen, they don't cut well. It's hard on the chain. I actually probably could have made my job a lot easier by taking the time to get this ready in the summertime. I didn't. Everything was frozen to the ground. I had to get my cant to get them to turn over. And like I said, it was a lot of work to keep that fire going. And these logs didn't burn all that well due to they were kind of frozen. The moisture was frozen inside the logs. I had to find them, shovel them off, find them, and then I had to cut them and throw them down towards the fire. So there was a lot of work involved. I guess it's good for an old man like me to try to keep in shape and keep moving. Working outside and in the cold certainly can wear you down, but it does help you sleep at night, and it seems to be better for my back if I keep moving. Before I leave here, I'll put some more oil on it. But we got a few hot spots in it underneath, so it will burn. It just takes a little bit of time. You see the hot spots there. There's one back here in the corner. And you can see down there it's burning pretty good. Once it starts burning, it will burn. It just has to dry them out. I'll throw a little bit of oil on it and you can see it take off a little bit. You can see where it's coming up here above against that other stump, which is good. I'll come out a little bit, about a couple hours, and push everything in, but I'm done cutting wood for the day. As you see, I got a good stack of small stuff, and a stack of the bigger stuff I will use. Now you may ask me the question, why did I wait till the snow again? I wanted to be safe. I've seen too many fires up here from people burning brush and stuff, and I certainly didn't want that to happen. This nice snowpack will prevent it from spreading out, at least outward. I don't have anything real close. I have lots of oil. I save my oil from when I change oil in my machines. As you see, that gets her going good again. Now this is day one. I started about 9 o'clock. It's probably somewhere around 2. Okay, day 2 of trying to burn this pile here. But eventually it didn't fall like I wanted it to. I wanted this to fall down so I could actually get a better burn. I'll show you how it burned into it. Now, as you can see, the stump's still pretty high. It did burn into it quite a ways, but not enough to make it fall down. That's really what I want to happen. Now, once again, I had to start the fire on day 2. I kind of started underneath the overhang again. I have to start being very careful. I don't want that stump to fall down my way and on me. It would trap me, and with nobody up here, it wouldn't be a very good situation for me. Naturally, once I started burning, it was once again gathering and cutting and getting all the wood I can get down here or close by. Okay, day 2 fire's going. I'm getting a little bit better fire. Plus I have a little wind to help me today. Yesterday there was no wind at all. That probably didn't help me. Started up pretty easy this morning, probably because the wood was a little bit dry because of the fire last night. I'll take you and show you the other end. It's starting to get really nice and hot underneath. I'm gonna have to start being real careful here around this outside now because it could start to fall here anytime. Well, it looks like success. I see it went in for lunch, and I was in there for about an hour, and I come out, and it did fall over. I wish it would have fell a little differently, but the important part is it did not roll down the hill, so I'm kind of happy with it. That fire's going good. That's where I'm going to keep it burning. At least I don't have to worry about that falling on me now. Okay, here I am, the man with a plan, sitting by my 2-day-old fire. As you see, this finally fell over. It's a big piece. It's 2:30 in the afternoon. I just kind of moved the logs around and put them on a little bit better. It is nice and hot underneath. It's burning good. Day 2 so far has been a success. Good morning. It's the morning of day 3 of my burning of the brush. There's the stump pile. I wish the stumps would have been stacked a little bit cleaner where there wasn't so much room between each stump, because it never really took off like I hoped it would. Maybe because the wood is so wet and a little bit old. Been laying in the woods. Actually, it looks like it might have burned quite a bit going into the stumps there. Actually, that's not so bad. Kind of pleased the way that burned. And I see a little smoke. It did burn into it pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad at all. Okay, this is the other angle where you see the fire looks like it's going to start. You see this stump right here. I don't want it to fall down the hill anyhow. There is another stump just down a little bit that would probably stop it, but the last thing I want is a hot stump to roll against one of these hemlock trees. So hopefully I'm going to try to burn it out here as much as I can. Maybe it will kind of roll that way. I'm kind of hoping. Okay, fire's burning good. Didn't have to use any oil or anything. It was good and hot. I've stacked it up with wood. Now I'm going to take a little break. Even if it's only like anywhere, it's from 5 to 10 degrees outside. Even with that, I work up a pretty good sweat. I don't want to get soaking wet clean the whole way through. I want to start dragging more limbs down and stuff, so I will probably dress a little bit lighter.
Lots of trips up and down this hill today. It's always easier to drag wood down the hill than up it. That's kind of why I went to this way first. Lots of cutting, but all this work did get the fire going.
Well, I was gone about an hour, and as you see, burnt down quite a bit. It's amazing how much you'll burn in an hour.
Well, you know what that means. With a fire that low, that means more cutting and carrying back down to the fire. I can't even tell you how many times I was up and down this hill over the last couple of days, hauling logs and little timbers and sawing. But I guess you need it for the fire.
Okay, it's been snowing steady for a while now. I don't know whether you can see the roads down below, but they're starting to get covered. As you see here, as I've been walking up and down this trail a lot, been getting very slippery. It's getting like icy. So I actually found another use for my snow shovel. I use it to keep me from sliding down the hill. I don't know whether you can see it very well, but it certainly does work for me. I've slid up down this hill enough the last 3 days. Okay, I stacked all the wood I really have cut up to this point up on top of the pile here. It should burn. I think this is about it for me. I'm about worn out, starting to get cold. Most of my clothes are wet because I come out about for every hour and a half, and then I go in for a half-hour warm up, get a cup of coffee or some hot tea or something, warm myself up. My gloves are all wet. So I think I'm about done for the day. I'll come back out and move that stuff around, but it's taking shape. This is actually day 3. This is probably the best burn, but then again, I've been cutting some stuff up that's in the air, so it wasn't on the ground, so it's dried out some. So it's been burning a lot better, a lot quicker. I'll take you around and we'll show you the other end and the danger that I'm having there. As we walk on the lower end, you see the stump that fell over there that I finally got down. And it fell down yesterday, which was day 2. Now right here, I'm working on this one here now. I would like it to fall back in, so I've been concentrating my burn up in that area to try to burn that down to see if I can get it to fall that way. Otherwise, it's gonna fall down. I don't want it to go against the hemlock tree. So that's one of the reasons why I'm gonna quit burning for tonight. There's enough piled up on there that should, once it lights, it should go for a while. Probably go a majority of the night, and maybe underneath will keep burning even into tomorrow. That's the next stump I have to worry about. I certainly don't want to go in front of it and put any wood there, because if that falls, it's going to pin you down and you're not going to be able to move. And once again, I'm up here by myself, so I have to be a little careful. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of move the wood around a little bit here. There's a little bit of a hillside, and as I've been walking on it, it's kind of turned to ice. It's still burning good, and let it go for the night. Actually, I'm surprised it hasn't fallen this way. I'd almost like to go below there, push a couple logs up, but the way that's starting to lean, and always afraid it's going to fall. I certainly don't want it to fall on me. We'll check it in the morning. Would be great if that stump would settle that way some. Make me feel a lot better. The morning of day 4. So it's below 10 degrees again up here. I'm gonna have to go back home. There's another little bit of snow coming. I want to get out of here before the snow. The snow's making it hard to work up here. We're gonna go see the progress it made overnight here. You see, it's burned quite a bit. I mean, this was a pretty big pile, so it's taking some work to get it down. I needed to, the hillsides are too slippery, and to start carrying wood up, I got to carry wood further to get it to burn. So I think today will be the kind of last day of burning. I'm going to see if the fire's still hot. I don't see any smoke coming. It burned out underneath it pretty good, but it did not fall in. I think I'm going to try to stir stuff around here and see how hot it is, but I see no smoke, no fire. I think it's done for the day, and I think that's good. That way I can go home. I don't have to worry about it. I don't think with this snow here, I don't think I'd have anything to worry about anyhow.
No, just getting a lot of dirt. I think a lot of the dirt has probably suffocated the fire there.
So this is the old man with the plan. I'm done burning. As you see, it burned down quite a bit. I'm halfway satisfied. I wish I would have got that second stump to lay down where I'm more comfortable burning it in the when the leaves are in the ground and exposed. Thing is these stumps, if they're hot and they roll down the hill a little bit, then I catch fire to the leaves and stuff like that. It may be hard to control. That's why I did it when it was snow in the ground. So that last one, I still need to be careful and do a little bit of a controlled burn in an area on it. That's what makes this kind of slow, is it's more of a controlled burn, try to get things to fall. But I want to thank you for viewing. I know this is an excitement, but this is kind of work that needs to be done up here. I need to clean up stuff. I need to get it, some of this dangerous stuff out of the way. I do have grandkids up here. I don't want them to be climbing on it when I'm not looking or something like that and get hurt. So I will continue to control burn here. I'm gonna have to wait till some of the snow goes away, or at least melts this bunch here, so I can access some more wood that's laying around here. And at the same time, I'm kind of cleaning out this area here. So it's kind of dual purpose. I want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for viewing. And if you're a subscriber, I want to thank you for subscribing. And if you're not a subscriber, well, let's think about it. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Enjoy the woods and enjoy the kind of solitude of it up here. So continue to watch. And once again, I thank you. And this is the old man with the plan. I'll see you later.